Can you better perfection? We're about to find out. One of my favourite computer games of all time is Pang on the GX4000. For me, it is perfection. It doesn't matter that it's not a completely arcade accurate conversion of the game, because not all home conversions need that. For example, I'd much rather play Chase HQ on the Spectrum or CPC than I ever would the arcade. And for me, it's much the same with GX4000 version of Pang. It's just fantastic fun. It looks great. Yes, there's a few compromises in order to get it into 128K cartridge. The collision detection is a bit off, and some of the tunes and backgrounds are in the wrong places. But, you know, you can't have everything, right? Well, apparently you can. Well, at least according to Spanish coders, SYX and Red Angel, who've released an enhanced version of Pang called Pang Plus. The game promises to fix a few errors made during the original conversion of the game and also improve the graphics. So let's take a look. And just a quick channel update for you. And there's going to be some big changes on ChinnyVision. Rather than me clutter up the video with all of those, just pause the video now to find out what will be going on with ChinnyVision and the changes in the upcoming months. No Puff the Magic Dragon on the menu screen, but of course you'd argue that the arcade didn't have that. That tune should only appear at the end of the game, but strange to have it missing. Perhaps they need to save the memory. Anyway, look, it's Mount Fuji, not a reused graphic from the Kenya level, or Kenya, as people who used to live there insist on calling it. So far, I can't see a huge amount of difference apart from that background, but if shortly we'll flick back to the GX4000 version, but we want to stage 2 or part 2 of Mount Fuji. And actually, I can think the background graphics are looking a bit more subtle. So the colour's a little bit more garish. And then back to the enhanced version. As we go on to whichever levels this is. Going to Mount Kiran. And again, we get the correct music. I forgot to say that. The GX4000 version, the original version, has music in the wrong places. The wrong music appears for the wrong levels, and this will now match the arcade. This is the original version. So you're getting this music, which is the music I'm used to be fair. But no, the enhanced version gives you this music instead. And again, the background's just a little subtly improved. It's nothing major. Emerald Temple on the enhanced version. I don't like the colouring on the lives on the enhanced version. It's not as subtle. There you go, back to the GX4000 original version. And look, the colours are much nicer on the lives down there. Animation hasn't been touched. Collision detection hasn't been touched. If I was ever going to criticise Pang for anything, it is the dodgy collision detection, and apparently that is due to 2 of the balloon sizes having large areas around the edge. And apparently that's hard-coded into the game and can't be improved. London level on the Plus version, the music dies very quickly. Does it do that in the arcade? But you do get, Paris on the original version, the graphic is reused for Barcelona or vice versa, but you do get a separate level. So here we are in Kenya, and yeah, look, that's the original Mount Fuji background from the GX4000 version. So all the music should be in the right place, and all the background should be correct on this version as well. They've also changed the colours of some of the little platforms you can blow up, which are red in the original version now become blue, and I don't like as much. Here on the New York level, look, they really blend into the background. Doesn't really work. I think they've made them red deliberately to make them stand out a bit more with the limited palette on the GX4000. This is Antarctica. Now on this version you can start from any level, so I can finally get to see what some of these levels look like, because I've never got further than America. on the original version without a cheat. In fact, there is no cheat. Some of the drop-down power-ups and little things that come to assist you or hinder you have had their colours changed as well. The aim isn't to change the game overall, it's just to use some extra colours and just polish things up a little bit, things they perhaps didn't have time to do with the original release. So if you're expecting a massively enhanced version of Pang, then you're not going to get it. If you're expecting the collision detection to be fixed, you're not going to get it. It is a slight tweak on the original game to fix it for people who get really irritated by the music and backgrounds being wrong. If you're a Pang fan like me, and I absolutely adore the game on the GX4000, it's certainly in my top 10 games of all time, then you'll want to check it out. Would I play this in preference to the original? No. And the reason is, those errors and omissions in the original version are locked in to my memories. The fact the music is wrong on some of the levels doesn't matter. That's the music I'm expecting. That's the music I've been used to since 1990. I hadn't seen the arcade version. I didn't play the other versions till years later. As far as I'm concerned, the original GX4000 version is the correct version. That's how it should be. That's just me. If you feel differently, then you will really love this Enhanced Plus version. I really appreciate the effort that's gone in. I don't wish to denigrate it in any way. It's not for me, but I really appreciate the love and attention these guys have put into trying to make the game more arcade accurate on the Amstrad platform. Just for me, arcade accuracy was never the important point. It was just the fact it was a brilliantly playable game. In this version, the playability hasn't been touched, and I just want to play the game I'm familiar with. But nevertheless, it's a brilliant effort.